there is a secret frequency, a vibration so high and so pure that it bridges the gap between what you want and what you have. You see, most people live in the frequency of waiting. They wait for the money. They wait for the love. They wait for the perfect time. But waiting is a trap. Waiting creates distance. Waiting implies that your good is absent, to collapse time, to bring your demonstration to you in the twinkling of an eye. You must tune into the frequency of active faith. This is the secret. Time is only an illusion of the mortal mind. In the divine mind, there is only now. The moment you make your demand, the moment you speak your word, the thing you desire is created. It exists. It is already yours in the invisible realm. So, how do you attract it? How do you collapse the time between the prayer and the answer? You do it by acting as if you have already received it. You must catch the vibration of success before the success appears. You must catch the vibration of health while appearances may still show sickness. This is the frequency that collapses time. When you are undisturbed by the situation, when you can look at a lack of money and fearlessly give thanks for your supply, you have collapsed time. You have dissolved the obstacle. Fear drags time out. Fear says it will take years. But faith says it is done. You must prepare for your good. You must show the universe that you expect it. If you ask for success, but you dress for failure, you are on the wrong frequency. If you pray for a connection, but you hide away in your house, you are creating resistance. The secret frequency is non-resistance, combined with radical gratitude. Be not weary in well-doing. Do not worry about how it will happen. The how is the business of the divine. Your business is to hold the frequency. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Stand still in the frequency of joy, for joy is the fastest vibration there is. Speak this with me in your heart. I cast every burden on the Christ within, and I go free. Time and space are swept away, and my divine design appears now. Stay in this frequency and watch as the universe rushes to meet you. The first, and perhaps the most dangerous trap that the seeker of truth falls into, is the mental state of waiting. Let us go deep into this. You see, when you wait, you are actually pushing your good away from you. Waiting is a state of mind that affirms absence. It creates a vibration of lack. When you say to the universe, I am waiting for my big break, or I am waiting for my soulmate, or I am waiting for my healing, you are unknowingly declaring that you do not have it, and the subconscious mind, that faithful, unthinking servant, takes you at your word. It says, "Oh, you are waiting? Very well then, we shall keep you waiting." It creates a permanent state of the future. It places your desire on a horizon that you can never reach, because as you move toward it, the horizon moves back. You must understand that in the realm of the superconscious, in the realm of God, there is no time. There is no someday. There is only the eternal now. The Bible tells us, say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look on the fields, for they are white already to harvest. Already. Do you hear that word? Already. Most people are looking at their feet, looking at the cold, hard ground of their current circumstances, saying, it is not here yet. But the spiritual law says, look up, it is here, it is done. The trap of waiting is a lullaby that puts your faith to sleep. It convinces you that your good depends on external conditions, on the economy, on the weather, on the whims of other people. But this is a lie. When you stop waiting and start claiming, the atmosphere changes. To escape this trap, you must live in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You must stop acting like a person who is expecting a letter and start acting like the person who has read the letter and is dancing with joy because of the news inside. Do not say, "It will come." Say, "It is here." Do not say, "I hope to be rich." Say, "I possess the abundance of the spheres right now." You must bridge the gap of time with your faith. If you are waiting, you are doubting. If you are knowing, you are receiving. So, smash the clock of the mortal mind. Step out of the waiting room and step into the throne room. Your good is not a future event. It is a present reality, waiting only for you to recognize it. Do not wait for the water to part. Step into the river. Collapse the time. Reject the wait. Accept the now. Now. We must tackle the greatest phantom, the greatest trickster of the human experience, the concept of time. You look at a calendar, you look at a clock, and you say, "I am running out of time." Or you say, "It is too late for me." But listen closely, for this is the truth that sets you free. Time is a creation of the mortal mind. It is a measurement of man's limitation in the heart of the infinite. In the mind of God, clocks do not exist. Calendars do not exist. There is only the eternal. Now, understanding this changes everything. The carnal mind acts in a straight line. It thinks in terms of process. It thinks, first I must get the education, then I must get the job, then I must save the pennies, and then, in 10 years, I shall have the fortune. This is the law of the earth. This is the slow, heavy vibration of three-dimensional thinking. But the spirit knows no such restriction. The spirit jumps. The spirit skips the middleman. To the divine mind, 1,000 years are as but a day, and the day is as 1,000 years. What does this mean for you? It means that what the human mind says will take 10 years to accomplish, the God power within you can accomplish in 10 minutes. We call this a miracle, but a miracle is simply the collapsing of time. It is the acceleration of natural law. When you realize that your good is finished, completed, and perfect in the fourth dimension, you stop worrying about how long it will take. Do you remember the story of the loaves and the fishes? Jesus did not wait for the wheat to grow. He did not wait for it to be harvested, ground into flour, and baked in an oven. No, he gave thanks, he blessed what was there, and he transcended time. The bread appeared instantly. He proved that supply is not a matter of time, it is a matter of vibration. You are often the one delaying your own demonstration. You look at the problem, and you give it a timeline. You say, "This debt will take years to pay off." And so, by your word, it takes years. You must stop measuring your good by the tick-tock of the clock. You must realize that you can step out of the stream of time and into the ocean of faith. In this ocean, the harvest comes at the very same moment that the seed is sown. Before they call, I will answer. Think of that. Before you even get the words out, the answer is already rushing towards you. Do not be a slave to dates and deadlines. Do not fear the passing of years. Your divine design is timeless. Your success is timeless. You can regain the years that the locusts have eaten. You can achieve in a moment what others struggle for a lifetime to grasp. Close your eyes to the calendar. Open your spiritual eye to the now. In the twinkling of an eye, all things are made new. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Let us now unlock the very heart of the mystery, the mechanism, the dynamic power that shatters the chains of delay. This power is called active faith. Now, many people believe they have faith. They say, "Oh, I believe in God. I believe things will work out." But this, my friends, is often a passive faith. It is a sleepy, wishing, hoping sort of faith. It sits in a chair, and it waits. It is a belief in the head, but not a conviction in the soul. Passive faith is like a ship with its anchor down. It may face the right direction, but it goes nowhere. Active faith is something else entirely. It is a thunderbolt. It is a living, breathing force. Active faith is the frequency you tune into when you stop hoping for your good and you start commanding it. It is the spiritual posture you take when you are no longer a beggar asking for a crust of bread, but you are a king claiming your rightful inheritance. This faith is active. It has hands and feet. It has a voice. When you operate from active faith, you prepare for your good before there is any sign of it in the outer world. This is the great secret. If you pray for rain, active faith carries an umbrella. If you pray for a harvest, active faith goes out and digs the ditches. If you pray for a guest, active faith sets an extra place at the table. Do you see the difference? Passive faith waits for the proof. Active faith is the proof. This is the frequency that collapses time, because it sends a signal of such tremendous power into the ether that the universe has no choice but to obey. It is a signal that says, "I am not waiting, I am receiving." Now, when your faith is active, you feel the joy of the answered prayer before the prayer is answered. You feel the relief of the debt paid while the bills are still on your desk. You feel the warmth of the perfect relationship while you are still, to the mortal eye, alone. This feeling, this deep, unshakable conviction, is the magnet. It is the vibration that draws the substance of your desire right out of the invisible realm and into your visible world in the twinkling of an eye. Fear and doubt create a thick, heavy vibration. It is like trying to run through mud. It makes everything slow, difficult, and drawn out. But active faith, it is the frequency of light, and light travels faster than anything. When you fully enter this state, the walls of time dissolve. The obstacles that seemed like mountains become molehills, and then they disappear entirely. The how, the when, the where cease to matter. You are no longer bound by the slow, plodding laws of cause and effect. You have entered the realm of grace. So I ask you, is your faith active? Are you speaking the word with authority? Are you acting your part with conviction? Are you dressing for the banquet, even if you are not yet invited? Cease the timid wishing. Rise up in the power of your word. Speak this and feel it. My faith is a mighty, active force. It goes before me, making my way easy and successful. Time and space are no more, for my God is a God of the now. My demonstration is here. I claim it, I accept it, and I act upon it. This is the frequency. Tune in and watch the universe rearrange itself for you. And now we come to the great test, the true measure of your belief. It is easy to pray. It is easy to sit in the silence and dream. But can you act as if the dream were already true? This is the bridge. You must understand that the subconscious mind is a watcher. It is always watching you. It watches your movements. It watches your posture. It watches how you spend your money and how you speak to your neighbor. You cannot fool the subconscious. You cannot pray for riches and then walk around with the slumped shoulders of a pauper, worrying over every penny and expect the money to come. Your actions must match your prayers. If they do not match, You are creating a cross current. You are canceling out your own word. To collapse time, you must start acting as if. This is not faking it. Oh no, this is rehearsing your victory. This is showing the universe that you are ready. If you have asked for a high position, for a career of great influence, ask yourself this: how would I dress? If I already had that job, how would I walk down the street? How would I speak? Then, do it now. Do not wait for the appointment. Do not wait for the title. Put on the suit of success today. Walk with the stride of authority today. When you do this, you are sending a shockwave, a powerful command straight into the ether. You are saying, I am this person. I am vibrating at this level. And the law of attraction, which is simply the law of love, must respond. Like attracts like. If you act like a success, success must rush to meet you. It has no choice. I knew a woman who desired a trip abroad. She had no money. She had no ticket. Appearances were dark, but she knew the law. So, do you know what she did? She bought a trunk. She packed her bags. She organized her clothes. She acted as if the departure were imminent. She did not look at the empty bank account. She looked at the packed trunk. And in a miraculous way, the money came. The path opened. Because she had prepared her vessel. She had shown the universal. She was expecting the answer. Many of you are asking for love. You ask for a partner, a soulmate. Yet, you sleep on one side of the bed, but you fill the other side with books, and laundry, and clutter. You are acting as if you expect to be alone forever. Clear the space! Set the extra place at the table. Buy the chair for the guest who has not yet arrived. This is active faith. This is acting as if. You must impress the subconscious with the reality of your wish. If you were wealthy, truly wealthy, would you fear spending $1? No. You would spend it with gratitude, knowing more is on the way. So, practice that feeling now. Do not be reckless, but be fearless. Cast out the pinch, penny attitude. Break the vibration of lack by acting with the vibration of plenty. The universe is a gentleman. It waits for you to move first. It says, show me you believe it. So, play the part. If you wish to be healed, do not talk of your sickness. Do not identify with the disease. Act as if you are recovering. Make plans for what you will do when you are strong. Speak of your health, even when you feel pain. By acting as if, you trick the mortal mind into submission. You bypass the doubt. You step into the shoes of your future self. And suddenly, you look down, and the shoes fit. The role becomes the reality. The mask becomes the face. Do not be afraid to look foolish to the world. Noah looked foolish building an ark when there was no rain. But when the rain came, Noah was ready. Be ready. Act as if it is done. Because in the mind of God, it is done. And now, we must speak of the paradox. The great spiritual paradox that confuses the intellect, but liberates the soul. To gain everything, you must fight nothing. This is the law of non-resistance. Most people live their lives in a state of constant battle. They fight their debt, they fight their neighbors, they fight the weather, they fight their own past. They are always swimming upstream. But listen to me closely. What you resist persists. When you fight a situation, when you are angry at it, when you worry over it, you are actually feeding it. You are giving it your life force. You are saying to the universe, this problem is real. This problem is powerful. And because you have declared it to be powerful, it holds you in its grip. Resistance creates friction, and friction slows everything down. Resistance is the very substance of delay. If you want to collapse time, if you want to bring your good to you with the speed of lightning, you must learn to be undisturbed. This is the secret frequency. Complete and total poise. The Bible says resist, not evil. Why? Because evil, or the problem, has no power of its own. It is a shadow. It is a phantom, conjured up by the mortal mind. It only has the power that you give it through your fear and your attention. When you withdraw your attention, when you withdraw your resistance, the obstacle must crumble. It has nothing to feed on. Imagine a ferocious dog is barking at you. If you run, it chases you. If you fight it, it bites. But if you stand still, if you remain calm, if you show no fear, the dog loses interest. It walks away. Your problems are just like that dog. You must reach a place where you can look at the lack of money and say, none of these things move me. You must look at the bad medical report and say, this is but an appearance. It is not the truth of my being. When you practice non-resistance, you are cutting the cords that bind the problem to you. But how, you ask, how do I stop resisting when the situation is desperate? You do it by blessing the obstacle. This is the great alchemical secret. You look at the situation that is causing you pain, and you bless it. You say, I bless this situation, for I know it has come to teach me. I bless it, and I release it. When you bless an enemy, you rob him of his ammunition. When you bless a debt, you open the channel for supply. You see, water can flow anywhere, because it does not resist. If it meets a rock, it flows around it. It does not stop to argue with the rock. It simply flows. And eventually, the water wears the rock down. Be like the water. Do not try to force things. Do not try to pry open the doors that are shut. If you force a door open, you usually break the lock. Instead, stand aside. Let the divine design have its way. When you stop caring, in that anxious, worried way, when you truly let go, the tension snaps, the dam breaks, and the waters of your good rush in. I have seen people struggle for years, trying to make a business work, fighting, striving, losing sleep. The very moment, they sat down and said, I surrender. I place this in the hands of the Father. If it goes, it goes. I am at peace. The telephone rang. The client appeared. The check arrived. Why? Because they got out of the way. You are often the only obstacle in your own path. Your anxiety is the roadblock. Your fear is the wall. Dissolve the wall with the frequency of peace. Say to your problem, I do not fear you. You have no power. You are dissolved into your native nothingness. Relax your mind. Relax your body. Stop holding on so tight. The universe cannot deliver your gift if your hands are clenched in a fist, trying to fight the world. Open your hands. Open your heart. Practice the art of divine indifference. This does not mean you do not care about the outcome. It means you are so sure of the outcome, so sure of the victory, that you do not need to fight for it. The battle is not yours, but God's. Stand ye still and see. When you are undisturbed by the storm ceases. This is the law. And finally, we arrive at the master key, the ultimate vibration, the strongest force in the universe, that seals the deal between you and the infinite. This is the frequency of radical gratitude. Now, pay attention, because most people have gratitude backward. The world teaches you to be grateful after you receive the gift. The world says, when I get the job, then I will be happy. When I find the money, then I will give thanks. But this is the logic of the earth. This is the slow, heavy road to collapse time, to attract everything. You must reverse the process. You must be grateful before the demonstration appears. You must be thankful while the cupboard is still bare. You must sing your praises while the walls of Jericho are still standing tall. Why? Because gratitude is the vibration of having. When you say, thank you, truly and deeply, you are telling the subconscious mind, I have received it. And the subconscious mind, which cannot tell the difference between reality and imagination, accepts this as a fact. It says, the master is giving thanks. The gift must be here. And so, it rushes to make it so in the outer world. It rearranges the people. It opens the doors. It aligns the circumstances to match your gratitude. Gratitude is the channel through which abundance flows. If you are complaining, if you are grumbling, you are clamping the channel shut. You are pinching off the supply. A complaining tongue reveals a heart full of doubt, and doubt repels your good. But a grateful heart, it is a magnet. It pulls the good from the invisible into the visible. Jesus Christ gave us the supreme example. Standing before the tomb of Lazarus, facing death itself, he did not beg, he did not plead, he did not ask God to fix it. He said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. He gave thanks. Before the dead man rose, he gave thanks for the victory, while the defeat was still staring him in the face. This is the secret frequency. You must find a way to be glad. You must find a way to cultivate a wild, unreasonable sense of thanksgiving. You must wake up in the morning and before your feet hit the floor, say, "Thank you. Thank you for the wonders that are coming today. Thank you for my perfect health. Thank you for my lavish supply." Even if you do not see it yet, thank God for it, because by the law of increase, whatever you appreciate, appreciates. If you bless your current home, even if it is small, it will grow into a mansion. If you curse it, if you hate it, you shrink your own soul, and you block the mansion from coming. You cannot attract what you despise. You can only attract what you appreciate. So, use the law of gratitude to dissolve the time delay. When fear knocks at the door, send gratitude to answer it. Fear cannot exist in the same space as gratitude. It is impossible. You cannot be worried and grateful at the same time. Make your choice. Do you want to wait? Then worry. Do you want to receive? Then give thanks. The minute you begin to praise, the minute you begin to bless the Lord of your being, the walls begin to fall. The iron bars break. There is a chemical change that takes place in your body and in your atmosphere when you are in a state of praise. The heavy, dark clouds of depression lift, and the sunshine of spirit breaks through. So, do not wait for the sign. Be the sign. Let your gratitude be the evidence that you have faith. Walk through your day, silently blessing everything you touch. Bless the money you spend, knowing it returns 1,000-fold. Bless the chair you sit in. Bless the work you do. Live in the frequency of thank you. And suddenly, you will look up, and you will realize that time has collapsed. The struggle is over, and the thing you sought has found you. Speak this and let it ring in your soul. I give thanks for my divine inheritance. I give thanks that my good is built upon a rock. I am a magnet for miracles, and I praise the divine giver for the immediate and perfect fulfillment of my desire. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so, my friends, we stand at the threshold. You now hold the keys to the kingdom. You understand that the secret frequency is not something you find. It is something you are. You are no longer a victim of time. You are no longer a slave to the calendar, or the clock, or the passing of years. You have realized the great truth that in the mind of God, it is always now. The waiting room is closed. The time for begging is over. From this moment forward, you are the operator. You are the alchemist. You have the power to collapse the distance between the dream and the reality, simply by shifting your vibration. Remember, the universe is listening. It is listening to your heartbeat. It is listening to your feelings. It is listening to your faith. Do not go back to the sleep of the senses. Do not let the mortal mind drag you back into the heavy, slow vibration of fear and doubt. Stay high. Stay on the watchtower. Keep your faith active. Keep your resistance low. And keep your gratitude loud. When you wake in the morning, tune the dial. Set your frequency to success. Set your frequency to love. Set your frequency to joy. And if the old doubts try to creep in, if the old appearances try to frighten you, simply laugh at them. Laugh and say, I see you for what you are. You are shadows, and I am living in the light. Go forth now, not to seek your fortune, but to claim it. Go forth, not to find yourself, but to express yourself. The walls are down, the path is open, the harvest is white. Catch the frequency, hold it, and watch, with wonder, as the world you desired manifests before your very eyes. It is yours, it is finished, it is done.